What's up YouTube, Winterguard here. Today we're going to finish up our 100 Chaos runs. We did the first 50, got so much stuff that I figured we'd better split this into two parts. So we're going to finish up the second half here. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple things first. Do a quick look at gear for the second 50. I picked up the Shaco in the first half, so a little bit of a change from that, but outside of that, everything else is the same. There's the Shaco, Stealth, Monarch, Hodo, Chanseys, Sandstorm Treks, Iraq. So I haven't rowed the Andariels for my Merc yet, so we're going to continue on with the Tau for now. So right now we got the Tau Mask, Insight Cryptic, 9F, and Fortitude, which is probably more the most high end on the Merc. The reason I'm not running the Andes, for those that don't know, the Andes has the minus 30% fire res, which I prefer not to use against Diablo right now. It's probably not going to make that much of a difference, but I'm going to get that riled so that it cancels out the minus fire res and put that on him. I'm still debating. I prefer an F1, but you use what you got, so I might go ahead and use a socket quest on the one that I have and put the RAL in it, but we'll see. Again, and I skipped this in my first one, I'm going to do a quick sample run. A lot of the guys seem to like when I do that, just so they could kind of see how I handle certain packs and the way that I actually run the instance. Now, Diablo is nothing special. I mean, you kill CO bosses and you kill Diablo. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. But there might be some nuances that I might take for granted that you guys might find useful. So we're going to just do it real quick. It won't take but a couple minutes. And then I'll get into the runs for the last 50 that I've gotten. I mean, if you want to just skip this part, go ahead and jump to the chapter on the runs themselves. And you can just skip ahead to see what I get. For those that want to see it, we're going to go ahead and do the sample run real quick, and let's do it. Now, first off, River of Flame, you can farm this. It is a monster level 85 area, so it does have a chance for good drops. I just don't like the layout of the River of Flame, so I just skip past it. I do clear as much of the Sanctuary as I can because of the drops that you can get there. But for speed's sake, I might just skip a lot of that, but we'll just go ahead and get there. Now, most of Chaos is not cold immune except for those Oblivion Knights, which I usually just teleport onto them so that the Merc can get the hits on them. The Merc can be kind of finicky sometimes. He's got the aura on now, but I've done it to where, I mean, it takes him a while to actually activate the Frost aura. It's kind of weird. I don't know if there's a special way to get that triggered. Sometimes he does it immediately, as he did there, but sometimes he just won't turn that on. It does affect cold immunes. It will actually slow cold immunes, even though it's a cold effect. It does still have an effect on cold immunes. It does not work on champ packs for the bosses themselves, but it does affect any normal mob, even if they are cold immune. Now this area, and like I said, all this is monster level 85, so I like to clear as many of these packs as I can, just for the chance to drop. I did get the Andariels from one of these packs just in this starting area, so it's good to try and clear everything if you got the time. Otherwise, you can just jump straight to the seal bosses and just kill those. But as you can see, most of this stuff you can kill with Blizzard. And for those that don't play Blizzard much, They seem to hit better if you walk them through the blizzard, so I like to kite backwards whenever possible so that they actually walk through the blizzard itself. And I will use static field on the cold immunes. See, I'll kite them back and let them walk through it. And that usually knocks out just about everything that's affected by cold. And then everything else I clean up with the Merc. The only thing that could be a real pain is when you get a cold immune boss. But outside of that, most everything else dies pretty quick. And I usually work this clockwise. I go up this way first and kill the seals. And there's a couple different configurations to trigger the seals. I like to, like for instance on this one, if you do this seal first, the boss immediately spawns. So I'll go up and go ahead and clear this one so I don't have to come back to it. And it always spawns right there. Check out these boots real quick. Yeah. Oops, I didn't even notice that charm. See, a lot of this stuff you don't actually have to kill. If you want, you can just go straight to the seal bosses. Again, like I said, the more stuff you kill, the more chance for drop. So I usually try and hit everything. These guys are usually the easiest to deal with. Now this one you gotta watch. I usually like to kite backwards because of that fanaticism aura. He will, if they get around your Merc, they'll usually kill him pretty quick. So I try and kite that one a little bit. And as you can see, he's cold immune, but Merc handles him pretty easy. And this is another configuration. If it's there's a couple different ways this side can spawn. Sometimes you'll come in and the first seal's here and the second one's up this way. In that case, I proc the back one first and then this one here. In this configuration, you can go ahead and hit this one, and then the back one will proc the seal boss. And this will proc the last boss. And he will spawn around this corner here. And a lot of times, if you kill him or he dies in the blizzard, it will kill the rest of his pack right, immediately. Another Grand Charm. Nice resist. That's actually 30 is max you can get on a Grand Charm. And then I'll just come up and deal with Diablo, and the run's over. Static charge, and then burning. And that's it. Quick and easy. And take a look at the rares. You just never know what kind of combos you get. This is actually, if this had like +2 assassin skill and then the lightning sentry on top of that, that would actually be a decent uh, weapon. Uh, with the 2 and the 3, this would be solid if it had the +2, but it doesn't. So we'll vendor it and check out the jabs. Sometimes you can find a good set that's good for low-level dueling. So nothing special there. So we'll vendor those. But that's it in a nutshell. Quick and easy. Nothing fancy about killing Diablo. Even in cold, you can do it really fast. And again, there's ways where you can just jump seal boss to seal boss, skip all the trash if you really want to just farm Diablo himself for drops. But I like to clear at least the Sanctuary. There's decent drops in there. So that's it. We'll go ahead and get into the runs now. If you enjoy what I'm doing, give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me a share, hit that notification bell. Let's get into it. Okay, this is run 57. We're going to get a Diablo kill here. First decent drop of the part 2. This is run 57. We get a pair of battle gauntlets. Now these are actually fairly common. I wouldn't say they're extremely useful. Could do in a pinch, but this is actually the first pair of lava gouts I've gotten. So this is how we kick it off. Okay, this is run 69, and again we're going to have a Diablo kill here. It's been kind of sparse on the back 50, but this makes up for it, and we get a spiderweb sash, which is of course arachnids. One of the top belts in the game. This is actually my second one. So this is a pretty awesome drop. Okay, we're in the run 73 here, and we're clearing to the second seal boss up to the top, and you see there's a unique amulet there that I got to get to. We'll go ahead and clear away the trash. Now, surprisingly, I don't get that many amulets. I get a decent amount of rings, but for whatever reason, amulets are pretty rare for me. And unfortunately, we get a Mahim. This is actually my first one. I know that's probably pretty surprising, because Mahim is you'll see that a lot when it comes to the amulet drops. But that's my first Mahim Oak actually. Okay, we're up to run 76 and going for another Diablo kill here. And we finally see it. Serpent Skin Armor, which is Viper Magi. This is my first one. I have actually not gotten this to drop yet. And unfortunately it rolls almost anti-perfect. I think the bottom's plus 20 on all resists. But it's still an upgrade over my stealth armor. So we'll go ahead and switch that out. I'll lose faster run walk, but it's fine. I'm well over FCR breakpoint, so this works. Well, on run 87, killing second seal boss. I always forget his name. Yeah, Lord Desai. And we get a unique ring. And we get an anti-perfect Nagel. Always great to see. Okay, we're in run 90, and again another Diablo kill. And we'll get the unique shark tooth. Again, this is my first one. This is not an uncommon drop. This is tooth row. This can be a decent mark armor. I would recommend potentially upping this if you're going to use it. Otherwise, it's decent mid tier. This probably drops a lot earlier, but for whatever reason, this is the first one I've gotten. Okay, we're in run 98. This is the last of the runs, and having my merc kill one of the champ packs. Unfortunately, one of the cold immune ones, and we get the unique matte bow. Again, this is not that great a bow. I've actually just showed this because it's the first one I've gotten. So we'll go ahead and end it here. Again, this is run 98, and we got the Blood Raven. All right, let's get into the recap here. Go over go over the drops real quick. There is some stuff here that I did not show in the runs themselves. I try and limit that to the upper tier items or useful items. So there's a decent amount of stuff, and there's a couple things I'd like to get your guys' opinion on that dropped rare wise that might be useful. But let's take a look real quick. Okay, so a couple things here. The things that I got. This is all from the runs. So there's a possible socketed runewood. I think you could use grief and axes. I don't know off the top of my head, but we got that. Picked up an Alibaba, a demon machine. I might play around with this. I think you could up this one time, and it might be just something for just a one-off build that's just kind of weird. Explosive arrows. It's different. I might mess around with it. I did get the tooth row. You could also up this to a Kraken shell. Decent merc armor. Unfortunately, it's not ethereal, but you can still use it. Just a neat drop. I don't think this is particularly useful, but since I hadn't got one before, I went ahead and showed it. Lava Gouts, actually my first pair. Actually, I hadn't got those before, which usually they drop pretty often. Okay, so this is the first one. I got this Druid Helm. It actually calls it a circlet, but anyways, it's got a socket in it. Now, this is a +2 skills, +3 tornado. It doesn't have resist, though, so I don't know if this is particularly useful for a wind druid. You guys let me know. I hung on to it just because it was a +2, +3, so it might just be vendor trash, but give me a heads up. We'll see what you guys think. Another one. This is decent gloves, +2 with IAS, but it's mana leech. It's maybe somewhat useful. Give me a heads up on that. What you guys think? It doesn't have a lot of other stats, so this might just be a low level. It's only level 35. It might be a great leveling pair of gloves. Ick Helm didn't show that, but these dropped dime a dozen. These are actually the first to actually got two of these back to back. First two peasant crowns I've actually gotten. These are great for low level because of the +1 skills, fast run walk, decent stats. Good to level up with, so I hung on to them, and then the second one dropped. I was like, well, I'll just keep both of them. From what I understand, you could use these. For those that don't know, there's a niche of dueling. It's low level dueling. There's very low level, which is like level 9 and below, and there's a lot of people get into it. I used to do that on a barb way back in the day, and it was a lot of fun. I think Saigon Sect kind of rules that now, but there's very low level doing, which is level 9, and I think the low level is up to 29. For you guys to do that, correct me if I'm wrong, and I believe these are decent for that, for the casters with the extra skill on it and the faster run walk, and these are level 28, and I believe these fall into that niche. But I'm sure there's some guys here that probably do it, so let me know if that's the case. I think it stops at 29. Another pair of Ick boots. I didn't show those. I didn't show this. Spired Helm's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it was a set one. But Ondals, I think I've gotten one before, but I didn't keep it. Viper Magi, it's unfortunately rolled low resist. 21's on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is 30 is max resist on the Viper Magi, and so this was almost anti-perfect. But it's my first one, so I'll probably swap it out. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that. It's better than the stealth, so we'll go ahead and switch to that. My first Mavina's belt. I'm kind of surprised at that. These usually drop a lot, but I didn't get. This is my first one, so I kept it. And there's, of course, that's kind of the highlight of the last 50. Another Iraq, and it's kind of cool. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually about to reach the 1,000 sub mark, which is just awesome. I didn't think anybody really paid attention to these. I just made them for fun. But I'm probably going to do this as a giveaway. Now, I'm not going to do it as, the 1,000th sub gets this. You guys give me some ideas on a possible giveaway idea. And I'll probably give these away to one of the subs. It's a great belt. So I'm sure somebody could take advantage of using this. But kick me up some ideas, possible giveaway ideas, and we'll probably offer that up and for someone. And I did. This really pissed me off because I thought I had turned the record on, but I didn't. This is my first NOS, and I didn't have the record on. So this dropped off Diablo as well, and I didn't get any video of it, but it's in the stack. And then some random. This is kind of a cool dual leech ring. It's actually got some really great stats on it. But with the 15 life, 88 mana, and some all resist on it, I think this is a pretty good ring. You guys give me an idea what you think. And I think I got, yeah, this anti-perfect Nagel. This is my first Mahim. Shockingly, I just don't get that many unique amulets. I get a decent amount of rings, but amulets don't really drop for me. So this is actually the first Mahim Oak I've actually gotten. And not some various. These are actually decent life charms. But that's it. Not bad. If you look at the totality of the 100 runs, we did extremely well in Diablo. Got some really high-end gear. So we'll be moving on from there. I'm probably going to do Bale next. Maybe throw some Pendleskin runs in. Pendleskin is not a 100 run type of thing. You need to run Pendle a lot. Unfortunately, it takes longer to zone into the game than it does to actually run over and kill him. So I might do a run Pendle until a GG item drops type of video, something along those lines. You could run 100 times and it won't take you any time at all, and you just get absolutely nothing. So I might just run him until something drops, and just we'll do that. It could be like 400 and some odd runs to get a GG drop from Pendle or something along those lines. But I'm gonna try it. I enjoy running it. The only thing with D2R is the fact that the load screens are atrocious. I might time it. The loading in probably takes longer than it does to walk over to the Pendle portal, jump in and kill him. I think the load screen actually takes longer. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, we'll wrap it up here. You guys have a great day, and give me some ideas on possible way to give some loot away. I got some stuff stacked up that I'm sure some people can use that I probably won't, and we'll just we'll kick some ideas around and come up with something to maybe give this a rack away. I think that's a pretty good prize. So we'll leave it there. You guys have a good one, and keep on farming.